Hey guys, it's Steve the Canadian Photo Guy back again. Now, last time we did a video, we were looking at this image of Moraine Lake in Banff National Park. In this episode, we're going to be looking at how to take that image to the next level using gradient tools and localized adjustments for exposure, saturation, etc. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to use these tools to really enhance your images. So here's the image that we had last time, working with 4 images that we stitched together using the panorama tool. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to start by working on some global adjustments. First of all, looking at a lot of the dark area here, it's really quite dark. Now, I do have some presets down here, and looking at like really about 1.5 stop increase, looks pretty good in the shadow areas here. We could probably even take that up just a touch higher. Let's take it to 1.75 stops. That looks really good in the shadow areas in this area down here. But our sky is washed out completely. So this is where taking the gradient tools really works well. Let's take a look at this. We'll take the gradient tool, and I'll start off with the sky. We have a good exposure in the foreground. Let's take a look at the sky. I'm going to drag this gradient tool starting at the top, dragging down. That way everything above it is what's affected. So we're starting at the top, dragging down. All right, something like that. So with the gradient tool, the bottom line marks where there is no effect. The top line marks where the maximum effect ends. And the gradient is between the top and the bottom lines. So now let's look at adjusting just that top area. First off, we did look at increasing the whole image by 1.75 stops. So let's take the clouds back down 1.75 stops to counteract that, because we really didn't want them any brighter. So we'll take this down. We'll go 1.75. It's still not great. We could go a little bit more maybe. I'll take it down to about 2 stops. All right, and now let's take our highlights, because you notice up around the sun, the clouds here are really bright. So let's take those highlights and move them down a bit more. Notice how we're really adjusting those highlights, and also how we're not affecting any of the foreground here at all, which is fantastic. So we've got that down, but the sky still does look a little on the blah side. So let's bump up that sky. Let's add some saturation. There we go. We're getting some nice blue sky of the Rocky Mountains. I'll add a bit of clarity. Clarity works great on clouds. Let's add some clarity into here. There we go. Really pumps up those clouds. All right. Overall, that looks pretty good for the sky. I'm liking that. We could even take the highlights down a bit more. Yeah, I wouldn't go any further than that. That looks really good. But I don't know if you've seen the problem. Look at this tree. We have really dark up in the tree. The mountaintop over here is black. This isn't what we're looking for. We've isolated the top portion of the picture, but let's take this even farther. Down at the bottom of the gradient tool is a range mask. By default, it's set to off. Let's turn that on and go to Luminance. All right, now within Luminance, we see a Show Luminance mask. That sounds like something we'd like to look at. Yeah, basically the Show Luminance mask does a couple of things. One, it shows you the darks and the highlights, basically turning the image into black and white, but really showing where the highlights are, where the shadows are, which is what you want to do to control your luminance mask. Now, in the range slider, right underneath that, you have a range from 0 to 100. The left-hand side is your dark slider. That controls how much black is being shown. The right-hand side is your white slider, shows how much white or highlights are being shown. Now, in this case, we want to eliminate the blacks. We want to get rid of the black areas because we don't want the dark areas in the tree. We don't want the dark areas in the mountain. All we want is the sky. So let's take that dark area and let's slide it up, which is to say we don't want all of the blacks included. Now watch the mountains, watch the tree over on the side here, and watch what happens. We start moving that instantly. They start to disappear, and watch as we go up, and it really just starts to affect only the sky. We're not really into the tree or the mountain here. All right, let's turn that off. Now watch. I'm just going to go into this one module, turn it on and off. Notice how we've adjusted essentially just the sky. We haven't touched the tree at all in this area. Now, that's looking really good. Now I'm going to come back up here. I think that sky might be a little on the dark side. I'm going to bring it up just a touch more. We want a nice bright sky up here. I'll bring the blacks down just a touch more. There we go. I'm liking the look of that a lot better. All right. And there we go. We went from hitting the backslash key, takes you before and after. This is the after shot, the before image. Wow. That really, really made a huge difference. Using the gradient tool in Lightroom, you can really isolate what area of the image you want to adjust. Using the Luminance mask takes it that much farther, and you can really isolate just the highlights, just the shadows in a certain range of the picture. All right, guys, so I hope that was helpful and you enjoyed that. As always, like and subscribe to this channel so you get notified when new videos are coming up. And if you have any questions or ideas for videos that I could post in the future, please shoot me a message, leave a comment down below. Let me know what I can help you with. I'm always looking to help you with your photography, take it to the next level. And yeah, thanks for now, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.